Thank you for tuning in to the Shikama Live Show with your host, Shikama. So Larry Johnson, famous basketball player, and now one of the executives for the New York Knicks, in response to the Clippers' supposedly racist comment, said, "Black people stop getting upset about such things. What we need to be working for is an all-black league of our own." Now, you know me, I'm a Pan-Africanist, and you know I'm going to applaud those statements. But here's what all of the white people commenting on his statement said. He should be banned from basketball for life, kicked off the New York Knicks, etc., and called him a racist. Now, let me just go over that and show you just how racist white people are. And a lot of you listening to that won't think that the white person is racist. You will side with the white person. Now, who makes all of the money on all of the teams? Not the owner, not the stadium. It's the actual league that makes all the money. Why? Because the league is the one that bargains collectively for all of the advertisement money to televise their games. You understand? So they make a league, and the league is formed up of teams. Each team has an owner or whatever, or corporation owns the team, what have you. And then the league itself makes millions and millions of dollars every single game through selling advertisement for televising these games. So that's how I make my money. That's how they make their money. I make my money by advertising during my shows, and I get the money. I get some of the money, and other people get other parts of my money. But that's how I make my money. That's how the league makes its money. Now, what would be the difference in having an all-black league and the way the NBA is now? Right now, the players that you love so much and that you think is so overpaid make almost zero during a game. Next, compared to the money that is made from the actual game, the players make almost nothing. Nothing. Let's compare. I'm not going to get to a financial comparison, but by comparison, the players make almost nothing. And over the longevity of the lifespan of the player makes nothing. The league makes everything. Now, what would a black league look differently than if it were an all-black league versus the NBA now? It wouldn't look any different. To you, the home viewer, you would just see black people playing black people, right? Which is what you see right now. What would be the actual difference? An all-black league with all-black owners, and the league itself, the corporate league itself, comprised of all blacks, would mean that all those millions of dollars that the NBA gets would go to black people. I keep stressing to you, and this is the perfect example. An all-black football league, an all-black basketball league, an all-black baseball league. That would mean that the black people who have been entertaining white people for these centuries would now be at the receiving end of the actual money that's made. The actual money. I'm not talking about the little chump change that the players get. And I do mean chump change. Billions of dollars. All-black football league. Let's think about the Super Bowl. Think about how many millions are spent each second during advertisement, during the Super Bowl halftime, or even the game itself. It goes into the nosebleed section of how much money they make. all of that money would go to black people. And this is what black people should be striving at. And somebody said, well, I'm in quadrant 1 when I work for a job because I'm making money directly for myself. No, you are so ignorant. I'm referring to my quadrant success video, which absolutely almost nobody watched. And people trying to argue with the quadrant. First quadrant is that everything you actually physically do makes you money directly. They could not understand that working for somebody else doesn't make you money directly. You are making money by the hour or the day or the week. Putting together a car doesn't make you money. You putting together a car makes the owner money. You dribbling the ball doesn't make you money. You are transferring your skills and your time so that somebody else can make a gazillion dollars. Basketball players are in quadrant 3, just like you, teacher, you, secretary. Oh, sure, they might be paid more, but they're not in quadrant 1. And black people have to get into quadrant 1. If every black person in the NBA actually had a stake in the actual league itself and got a part of those millions of dollars during the playoffs or for football during the Super Bowl, that would be quadrant 1. Basketball players are in quadrant 3. Now, is it racist for a black person to say we should have an all-Negro league or all-black league? Absolutely not. What's racist about that? And they're saying we shouldn't go back to segregation. Oh, but you know what? Here's the deal. It's not in the news, so you don't think that there's any all-white stuff. But I'm here to tell you there's all-white stuff all over the place. Right? Right? Have you been to New York and walked down the business district and seen buildings with no signage? That means there's no sign on the outside of the building. All you have is the address. There's building after building after building of those types of businesses and buildings. Those are the all-white clubs that you, Mr. Poor White Man, don't belong to. They're all white and they make all the money in the land. You want to talk about 1% versus 99%? We're talking about the nosebleed section of that. We're talking about the 0.0001%. And those are the people that belong to those clubs. You didn't understand the Don Sterling rant. He was talking about those 0.001% people getting on his tail because of his ratchet girlfriend. He wasn't even talking about himself. He was talking about his little cronies and friends and what have you. Now, for white people to say that there's no such thing as all white, you're just ignorant. You're just stupid and ignorant. And I don't think you want to see it. I did grow up fairly rich. I did hang around those people. I know it exists for a fact. Was I invited? Rarely. I think I went to a country club maybe twice in my life. And we're talking about that sphere of what have you. And we were diplomats. We were the cream of the crop. We were the top echelon, you know, and even the help treated us like trash. The help, the little dirty Indians treated us like trash. They exist. Trust me, they exist. For a black man to say that we should have an all-black league, he's saying this: we're making somebody else rich, namely white people. And I'm sorry, Jew is not a race. Jew is not even an ethnicity. It's supposedly a religion. Supposedly a religion. Jews are white. The people calling themselves Jews are white people from Czechoslovakia, Yugoslavia, Russia, what have you. They are white people. I don't even see why somebody would make a distinction of calling somebody a Jew. You're a Yugoslav. You're a Czechoslav. You're a Russian. You're a Georgian. You're a German. That's who you really are. You're not a Jew. And you're not Semitic by any stretch of the imagination. By any stretch of the imagination, you have absolutely no Semitic heritage, no Semitic blood, no Semitic DNA in you whatsoever. So for somebody to say in Russia that somebody is being anti-Semitic to another Russian Jew is a lie, first of all. Now, everybody getting mad at Sterling for being a Jew, what have you. Stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. He's probably about as Jewish as I am. Let's be honest. Do you think he's a holy of holies? No. I don't even know the guy, and I can tell that just 2 seconds looking at him. So he is a white guy. He is a white guy, don't ever forget it. And that's not the appropriate response. In the NAACP accepting for black people, the apology is stupid. Larry Johnson has the correct response. That's the appropriate response. If you hate it so much, stop watching the NBA. If you hate it so much, stop fiending for a ticket to a playoff game. If you hate it so much, stop going to the Super Bowl. Stop gearing up for the Super Bowl. Stop spending your entire paycheck to go buy chips, soda, beer, and have a barbecue for the game. Stop it, stop it, stop it. The appropriate response is we need to own our own. That's the appropriate response. And people coming on my channel and telling me that I am not black enough, or I don't know what your problem is. Larry Johnson has the appropriate response, and it is not racist to say that black people should win from their own skills. All the ball players that you see are not winning from their own skills. They're getting chump change. Do you really think that 1 year salaries go from 1 million to 50 million? Do you think that's, and nobody even bats an eye on the other side of the table? I'm talking about the owner's side or the league side. Nobody even bats an eyelash. Nobody even blinks at it. Why? Because they have so much money riding on all of this. $50 million for one person is absolutely nothing. 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 How much money do you have to make, would you have to make for you to sign a contract to give somebody else $50 million and not even think about it? Not even need a lawyer in the room. How about them apples? So Larry Johnson had their appropriate response. Own your own. Stop making somebody else rich, black people. Thank you for watching the Shigama Live Show.